Hello and welcome to this conference matchup between the Lady Eagles and the Lady Yellow Jackets from Lebanon. We have a matchup between two teams. The Eagles are coming in at 14-2. They're ranked very high in the state, and then you got the 3-10 Yellow Jackets, not off to the best start this year. But here we go.
The Eagles will be moving some people around. We have Bailey at goalie, and I think Taylor Wood is at her position at forward, so that'll be interesting to see how the Eagles are mixing it up this game.
Ball goes out of bounds to start off the game. The Eagles will have a corner kick to start it off. Already in prime position to start this game off with a goal. Sam McLean will be back for the kick. Kick is up and off the head of Brooke Teeter and out of bounds.
Yellow Jackets ball.
Kick up to midfield. Is knocked down. Fighting for the ball at midfield. Up to Brooke Teeter now. She's looking down the field. Finds Sam McLean. She goes for the shot. And it's off target.
And the Yellow Jacks are going to try and set up something here.
Kick is off. Shaylee Frank fighting for the ball with her left foot. Makes a man miss. Goes for the shot and gets the goal to fall. Shaylee Frank with the first goal of this game in the first 2 minutes, and the Eagles are off to a 1-0 lead. Great job there by Shaylee Frank to get the Eagles on the board. Makes a great move. Makes two defenders miss and gets the easy goal and puts the Eagles ahead.
And Lebanon here, you know, they're just trying to
limit the damage.
Yeah.
Avery Bishop with the ball, kicks it down the field to Kirk. Ball's at midfield. Back over to Bishop. She lines up the kick. Gets kicked right back to her, and she'll kick it back to the goalie, Bailey Snyder, to set something up. Johnson with the ball at the 40-yard line. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Lebanon ball. Ball's thrown in right to Johnson. She looks up the field. Brooke Teeter now fighting for the ball. Runs out in front of the defender. She's going to have a good opportunity to score here. Goes for the shot and gets blocked. Great defense there by Lebanon. Stolen back by the Eagles at the 30-yard line. Ball is kicked out of bounds, a little collision, and it'll remain Eagles ball. They'll have a throw in for a good opportunity to get another point on the board.
Lebanon is having a very hard time keeping the ball as they usually throw it in. They usually throw it into the Eagles instead of their own team. So they really have not had many possessions down near the goal.
McLean has the ball, looking for someone to pass it to. Frank has it again. She drives in, goes with her left foot, and the goalkeeper saves it. And the Eagles do not capitalize. Goalie kicks it to about midfield. Lebanon now having it on a fast break. Broken up by Bishop. Off the foot of Brooke Teeter. At midfield, back to McLean. Looking down the field. Finds Kirk on the other side of the field. She loses her footing, falls over. McLean has it, and it gets right past her. Lebanon will kick it out of bounds and will be Eagles ball. Johnson will throw it into McLean. Back over to Johnson now. Back into the middle, McLean has it. Johnson has it. Ball's kicked out of bounds. Another throw in for Jay Johnson. Teeter takes it. Looks for somebody. Kicks it a little bit past the goal. Now Kirk has it on the far side of the field.
You know, Lebanon is doing a great job at being physical. You know, they're really not letting the Eagles get any easy shots out there. They're being really physical. They know that they're at a disadvantage, so they're playing with heart.
Goalie kicks it to about midfield. The Eagles handle it nicely. Ball's kicked out to the other side of the field. Two girls hustling after it, but it'll go out of bounds and be Eagles ball.
Eagles will throw it in to Teeter. Passes back to Johnson. Kicks it all the way back. Over to Bishop. Kirk now with the ball.
Eagles working it down the field. Here comes Kirk on the far side of the field. Looking middle for a teammate. She kicks it up, and it'll go a little bit past her teammate and go out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets have cleaned up their defense in the last 5 minutes after the Eagles got a very early goal. The Eagles haven't quite been able to get anything. Get a good look at a shot. Ball's boomed. Right to Sam McLean. Frank now has it. She goes for the shot, but it's right to the goalie. So Lebanon holds on yet again.
And another goalie kick. Straight to the Eagles.
McLean has it. She kicks it up to Kirk. No, not Kirk. My bad. Johnson has it. She works around the defender, looking up for a teammate. Finds McLean middle of the field. Jade Johnson working on the close side of the field with around two defenders. She gets past both of them. Kicks it back out to Frank. Frank makes a man miss, goes for a shot. Blocked by the goalkeeper yet again.
And the goalkeeper will punt it back to Nixa again.
Ball goes out of bounds.
You know, I don't really watch very much soccer, but I really don't understand why they keep doing that.
I think they're just trying to clear it down the field, and the Eagles are playing really good defense on it.
Yeah.
Thrown in by the Yellow Jackets. Fighting for the ball are the Eagles. Bishop kicks it up to Johnson. Over to the far side, Kirk gets the ball stolen from her. She fights for it back. Now McLean has it. She's looking up the field. She goes for the kick, and it's saved by the Yellow Jackets again.
This goalie is doing a great job of getting in front of it, and I think she's had almost 3 or 4 saves this game so far.
Doing a great job, for sure. Keeping the game within reach. The Eagles have had possession for, it feels like, the majority of the game. They just haven't quite been able to get it going. Here comes Frank. She looks middle for her teammate. McLean goes for the shot, and it's over the goal. Great pass there by Shaylee Frank.
Again, the Eagles are really not getting too much on the offensive end. It feels like Lebanon is playing almost all of their players on the defensive end, as they only have one offensive player back, whereas the Eagles have two defensive players back. But so far, the Lebanon has really not even had an attempt to shoot on goal so far.
Eagles working it down the field. McLean's coming fast. Here comes Kirk looking middle. Finds Teeter, hit up. But they can't get anything to score. Pass up to Teeter.
Lebanon with the ball now. And stolen by Johnson. But kicked out of bounds. And it is Eagles ball, or Lebanon ball.
Believe it's starting to rain. We can't really see, but we can tell a lot of people pulling out umbrellas. Hopefully it's not raining too hard out there for everybody. Johnson has it. She looks middle. Finds Frank off the inside of her foot. Can't quite find the net. Looks like all these soccer parents are really prepared. I think they're maybe used to this rainy weather stuff.
That is a lot of umbrellas.
Mm-hmm.
And Lebanon is going to kick it right to the...
Harris fighting for it. They'll kick it back into the Eagle side of the field. Now over to Bishop. She looks up for a teammate. Gets the ball stolen and hit out of bounds. So we'll see Bishop go over and throw the ball in. I can now see some of the rain. I can't really tell how hard it's coming, but...
Looks to be coming down pretty hard.
I honestly wouldn't think playing in a little bit of rain would be that bad. Like a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
But like when it
This looks
starts
a
to
little
get
bit
raining a
harder,
lot.
yeah. Teeter with the shot on goal, and she's just a little bit left.
Great pass there. Teeter's shot just barely goes over the goal. And now this rain really seems to be coming down pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Little rain never hurt anybody.
That's right. And I think we had a substitution there for Lebanon.
Ball goes out of bounds. Be a throw in on the sideline. Johnson uses her chest, finds her teammate, just goes out of bounds.
It'll be Lebanon ball.
Throw goes off the foot. Lebanon finally working it down the field, but the Eagles will regain possession. Harris has it on the close sideline. Johnson now working it around the field.
To McLean.
McLean over to Johnson. She tries to go midfield. McLean has it now. Over to Teeter. Teeter driving in. She's going to look towards the middle of the field and just hits it over. Kirk trying to save it before it goes out of bounds.
And she does.
Good save there. Back in the possession of Shaylee Frank. Now up to McLean. Back to Frank. Makes a move, goes for the shot. Another save for the goalie.
I think she's up to 5 or 6 saves now. She's been playing pretty well, especially for the amount of shots that the Eagles have had on goal.
Lebanon doing a great job keeping this game within reach. Here comes McLean, middle of the field. Frank has it. She goes for the long shot and gets the goal with her left foot from the 15-yard line. That's a great shot there by Shaylee Frank. She now has 2 goals in this game.
That was a beautiful shot there by Frank.
We're going to see subs come in for the Eagles now. It's 2-0. 25 minutes to play in this quarter.
And this has just been a dominant offensive performance so far by the Eagles. I mean, Lebanon, I didn't even think has even gotten the ball anywhere near the goal, much less had a shot on it. So it looks like they are primarily playing defense, though, as they don't really have any attackers. They all have defenders out there, but we're curious to see on how this game kind of plays out.
Bishop has it far side. Back towards the middle. McLean has it. She's looking up. Looking for a teammate cutting towards the goal. McLean goes for the long goal, and it's off target. Ball rolls way up to the hill.
And we have another substitution here, it looks like, for the Eagles, as it looks like Frank will be coming out. And it is now Eagles ball into McLean.
McLean looking up. Teeter now has it. She goes for the shot off a Lebanon defender. McLean looking back, goes for the shot. The goalie with another save.
Lebanon will kick it right to Bishop. She heads it towards...
McLean loses control, but it's right back to her. Backed out to Harris. Works it up the field. Harris has it far side. She goes for the shot, but it's right to the goalie. Ball's kicked way far. Lebanon finally working it to the other side of the field. We'll see Smith deflect it and send it back to the other side. McLean looking to find Harris on the opposite side of the field. She looks up for Teeter. Teeter back to McLean. McLean looks up for Teeter. She has a wide open shot. And they'll call offsides, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what it is. Which I think, I don't know. Isn't that when, like, the player just, like, passes the
last defender?
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that. My soccer knowledge isn't that deep, but...
Yeah. It's all right, though. And it looks like the rain has stopped. It was a very short rain.
Ball at midfield. Harris has it. She looks up for Lozano. Fakes around a defender. She looks up for Teeter. Teeter with another wide open shot at goal and kicks it out of bounds. Just a little bit right of the goal. Couldn't quite get it to go in.
And Lebanon making some substitutions here. I'm curious to see as if Lebanon will put in a more offensive attack and maybe, try and like if they have any plays or anything, or they're just gonna try and defend until the last couple minutes.
Faked out by Lozano over to McLean. She's looking up. Teeter fighting for it. Goes for the shot. Another save by the goalie.
As Teeter's getting some good looks there, she just can't put anything in the net. As that will be Eagles ball.
Lebanon will have a throw-in opportunity. Throws it right into Lozano. Ball's deflected. Harris kicks it back to Bishop. Now back to Smith. Worked up to the field, goes out of bounds. Be Eagles throw in. Ball goes out of bounds.
And
Lebanon will have a throw in. The Eagles back up their defense. Never mind, it'll be a free kick. Kicks it right up to Harris. Pass to Lozano. She looks back. Ball's kicked up to McLean. Fighting for it. Ball's hit high in the air. Harris giving chase, but it goes out of bounds.
into Lozano in the middle. Over to Harris. Stolen by Lebanon. And a foul. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, yellow card? Was there a yellow card? I don't know.
I can't see.
I think there's generic fouls,
Yeah.
and then there's the cards.
Yeah. Why are they? They were in lime green.
Smith over to Lozano, back over to Smith. She goes middle of the field. Kicked around and over to Lebanon defender. Smith booms it down the field. Ball's hit loose by Lebanon defender. Ball will be fought for and go out of bounds. Harris will throw it in. Go out of bounds. Harris will throw it in yet again. Ball goes out of bounds yet again. The Eagles will have another throw in.
And there's some subs for the Eagles. And it looks like all of the starters will be out for the remainder of this half.
Wood has it. Ball on the far side of the field. Looking to go middle.
Broken up by Lebanon.
Fighting for a shot opportunity. Goes for the shot, and it's high and right. Lebanon holds on yet again.
It looks as if they all have defenders out there. They don't have anyone back on the offensive side, as Snyder's the only one on the Eagles side of the 50. And it would be Eagles ball. She throws it in. Bounced around.
Back at midfield. On over to Harris. Harris has it on the far side. She looks middle. Finds a man, that's Lozano. Shot is saved by the goalie again. She has quite a lot of saves back there.
Mm-hmm. I'd say probably like 8 or 9. I mean, the Eagles have probably had, 20, 25 shots on goal?
Something like that.
I'd say. So, a lot of shots too little. Although it is only 2-0, but
The Lebanon defense is holding up, even though they don't have a single shot this game.
yeah. Our new goalie won't even be able to test anything out. The Eagles are going to have some good offense here. They're pushing it. Good move.
Harris has it looking up the field over to Lozano. Far side of the field.
Kick back out as the Eagles try and reset.
Harris goes for the deep shot, and it's high and right. Can't get it to fall. 12 minutes remaining in this half. The Eagles haven't scored in over 10 minutes.
Yep. And Lebanon still without an offensive player on the Eagles side of the 50. It looks like, I don't know, again, I don't really understand soccer very well, but it looks like they're only setting up, like, defense. Like, it looks like that's all they're doing. So maybe they switch it up in the second half and try and attack a lot more, but have not really seen much action by Lebanon on the offensive side.
It's hard for them to have any offense whenever the ball's on their side of the field so often. They can't get all their people up to the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Here come the Eagles with another opportunity. Looking towards the middle, but Lebanon will stop it. Ball bouncing around and will be cleared by Yellow Jacket. We're going to see all the Eagles starters go back up, get off the bench, and the next dead ball, I'm pretty sure they all go in. Here they all come for the last 10 minutes of this half. Try to put some points on the board.
And it looks like it will be Lebanon ball. They kick it deep. And
Bishop will kick it back to Snyder. Only the third time Bailey Snyder's got to touch the ball the whole game.
she has not seen any action at all. Eagles pushing it up.
Teeter has it. Looks up for Johnson. Johnson going to look for a pass towards the middle here. She kicks it. Kirk has it now. She goes for the shot and gets it in the net. Kirk with the third goal of the game. The Eagles lead 3-0 with 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
And that was a great shot there by Kirk. Right into the right corner of the net.
I believe all three of their goals have been in the same spot, in that bottom right quarter of the net.
Pretty much.
Eagles with the starters back in the game look like they're going to be aggressive, try to extend their lead a little bit. Here comes Teeter, fighting through some defenders, finds McLean. She kicks it out to Frank. Frank sets up a shot with her left foot, and it just goes over the goal.
Just a little bit high. It actually went through that.
Through the uprights.
Yeah, it went right under the uprights and in between the goal.
That's kind of hard to do, I bet.
I know. And Lebanon with another substitution here.
Another free kick opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. Ball up in the air. McLean will stop the movement by Lebanon. Johnson now has it. She dishes it up to Teeter. Teeter giving chase. She'll go for the pass middle. Ball is loose. Johnson has it now. Fighting for it. Yellow Jackets have possession. Kirk comes up and steals it. Keeps it in bounds. Makes a man miss. Left foot to the middle. Frank has it now. She slows it down. Over to McLean. McLean back towards the middle. Frank now has it. She goes for the shot and gets it to go.
And Shaylee Frank now has a hat trick on the day, as that is the Eagles' fourth goal and her third.
Great job there by the Eagles. Great ball movement around. And the Eagles now lead 4-0 in the first half. Ever since the Eagles stars came back in the game, they've been very aggressive and getting good open looks to extend their lead.
They have. As we approach the 8-minute mark in the half, Lebanon is still yet to see any shots on goal. And it looks like it is starting to rain once again as
The umbrellas come back
the
out.
umbrellas come back up. And you got to see it out there in the field.
Yeah. Johnson has it. She looks up. Her shot goes right to the goalie. Looks like she kicked it really hard, but it was right at the goalie. She didn't even need to move.
Yeah, another kick.
Harris has it. She looks up to Kirk. Fast break for the Eagles. She kicks it up to McLean. McLean goes in with her left foot, but another save by the goalkeeper. Goalie's kick will go right to Bishop. Postgate fighting for it. Almost falls over, but it'll go out of bounds.
It is Lebanon ball. And this is really the first time we've seen Lebanon throw it in with really any, like, good positioning.
Bishop looks out the field, and Yellow Jackets will clear it over to Bailey Snyder. She'll roll it over to Harris. Kirk has it on the far side of the field. Looking for somebody in the middle. Makes a man miss. Over to McLean now. Teeter has it. Frank has a wide open shot. And she gets to go. That's 4 goals for Shaylee Frank. The Eagles have a 5-0 lead.
Very impressive game so far by Shaylee Frank as she scores 4 goals in the first half of the game.
I'm a little bit curious to how many goals she's ever had in a game or what the record is in a game by one single person. I don't know if that's her first career 4-goal game or not, but I do know she does score a lot of goals.
As the Eagles will have another chance here in transition.
McLean fighting for it. Ball gets hit loose. Goes out of bounds. Yellow Jacket ball. Teeter at the middle. Teeter on the right side goes for a deep shot.
Just a little bit over.
And goes in the goalpost, but just over the goal. I could see that one like curved though.
Yeah,
it was like starting to curve. I thought it had a chance at the top left, but just soared over just a little bit. Great look there from Teeter. Kick from the goalie. Will go out of bounds and
stolen there by Johnson.
Johnson looks up to McLean. McLean has a chance to score, just goes left of the goal. Can't quite get it to go in.
It will be another Lebanon kick. As we'll see another substitution here by Lebanon. Headed out by McLean.
Eagles fighting for it. Bishop has it. She looks up to McLean. McLean gets her pass intercepted. Teeter fighting for it. She gains possession of it. Ball goes out of bounds.
It will be
Eagles ball. Brooke Teeter will have a corner kick, it looks like.
yeah.
Corner kick. Over to Frank. Off her head and just on top of the goal. Man, that would have been pretty cool for her 5th goal of the game. But just went over.
Lebanon kicks it in. Trying to work to middle, and Bishop steals it.
Bishop gears up for a shot, but goes right to the goalie. 2 minutes remaining in this first half.
Ball goes a little over, and it'll looks like it'll be Eagles ball. It looks like the Eagles have switched up their positions a little bit as Bishop is now playing attacker and Shaley is now on the defensive side, or Frank.
Johnson looking up, makes a good move, makes some people miss, goes for the shot, and gets the goal to go. Great job there by Jay Johnson to maneuver her way through some defenders and add on to the Eagles' lead. So now it is 6-0. The Eagles now have a 6-0 lead, just 2 away from the mercy rule, with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. Lebanon works it to the other side of the field. One of the few times they've done that this game. Harris kicks it up. Eagles on another break, looking to score another goal. Kirk has it. She looks up. Great defense by Lebanon. Now Bishop has it. She kicks it up to Teeter. Teeter makes a good move and gets the goal to go. The Eagles have a 7-0 lead with 1 minute left in the first half. Great job there by Brooke Teeter. Is that her first or second?
That's her first.
That's her first of the game. So she has 1. Frank has 4. Johnson has 1.
And so does McLean.
McLean scored.
Yeah.
1 more for the mercy rule. Ball's kicked deep. Frank at defender now. She slows it down, bombs it with her left foot down the field. Taylor Wood now has it. She drives in. Kicks it back out. McLean has it. Back to Teeter. Johnson now has it. She looks middle to Taylor Wood. She can't quite get it. And it'll go out of bounds. Yellow Jackets have free kick. They kick it right to Harris. Go off her foot and out of bounds. 45 seconds remaining.
And it looks like that might be the half.
I'm not quite sure. There's still 37 seconds remaining.
Soccer's, they like the refs keep the time. It's not always accurate.
Oh,
Because like they time all the stoppage and stuff. So it's not always accurate. So
gotcha. So it's halftime. We'll be back in 10 minutes. The Eagles lead 7-0. We'll be back after this break. We're back in the second half. The Eagles need one more goal to put it away. Teeter giving chase. Fighting for the ball. Ball's up to Taylor Wood. She's got a chance at it. She's going to try to outrun the ball, but it's going a little bit too fast. Couldn't quite get past the goalie. Goalie kicks it right to Teeter. Ball's up to McLean. McLean finds Wood, but offsides is called. Yellow Jackets will have a free kick. That kick goes past Lebanon. Lozano does a spin move. Looks up. Teeter now has it. She finds McLean. Lebanon giving chase. Stops it right, and it goes out of bounds. Will be Eagles ball on the opposite sideline. Teeter throws it in. Wood has a chance at it. She goes for the kick. Can't quite find its way in yet. Ball's loose.
Oh.
Wood almost gets it in, but
That was a great save there by Lebanon. Wasn't even the goalie.
Kirk running around. Goes to her left. Looks middle. Off a defender. Out of bounds. Will be Eagles ball. McLean will take the corner kick. McLean's corner kick is up. Goes over the huddle. Teeter will save it before it goes out. She gets her legs swept out. Oh, that's a lot of contact.
No call.
Smith looks up. Wood now has it again. She gets tripped up.
They're letting him play pretty physical here.
Kirk has it. Looks towards the middle. Wood fighting for it.
Back to McLean.
McLean to Wood. She gets the ball knocked away. Over to Kirk. Ball's hit away by a Yellow Jacket defender and kicked out of bounds.
It will be Eagles ball.
Thrown in. Ball stays in. Lozano has it.
Kicks it in the middle. Over to McLean.
McLean up to Teeter. Teeter works to her left. Back to McLean. McLean pass up to Wood. Wood has a shot at it, but it goes right to the goalie.
This goalie's doing a great job of coming up and getting the ball right before Wood is about to shoot.
McLean looks up for another chance. Ball's hit out. Will be another throw-in opportunity for Nixa.
Good move there by Kirk.
Wood fighting for it. And it goes out of bounds.
And it looks like Lebanon's getting the ball.
Free kick. Right to Harris. Harris over to Smith. Smith looks up for McLean. She kicks it right to Teeter. Teeter dribbling on the right side. Looks middle.
Ooh,
But the goalie stops it.
Another good stop by the goalie. She's put on quite the performance today. Although letting up 7 goals, like the Eagles have probably had close to 40, maybe even 50 shots on goal. So she's doing a pretty good job.
Smith finds Kirk downfield. Over to McLean.
The Wood.
McLean has it again. Back over to Wood. Wood makes it past 2 and goes for the shot, but a great save by the Lebanon goalkeeper. Another throw in here for the Eagles. Just need one more point to end this game.
Over to Teeter.
Teeter giving chase. Kicked up. And
Looks like a foul on Lebanon, I think.
ball's kicked out. Wood giving chase. Will go out of bounds, be Nixa ball. We'll see Teeter go over there for the throw-in. She throws it over to McLean. McLean, pass over to Kirk. Knocked away by a defender. And kicked out of bounds. Eagle ball on the sideline.
We're approaching the 30-minute mark of the second half. And still Lebanon with no shots on goal as Teeter kicks it over. And it looks like it'll be Lebanon ball with another kick.
Smith kicks it to the other side. Wood now has it. Trying to make it past defenders, but they steal the ball away. Wood has it again. Will go out of bounds and remain Eagle ball.
She throws it in.
Kirk over to McLean. McLean finds Wood, and they'll call offsides.
Did another kick in by Lebanon here coming up.
Ball's kicked over to Smith. Lebanon has it on the other side of the field now. Back over to Snyder for the first time this half.
Snyder has not seen any action this game. Is her first time goalkeeping.
Teeter looking up. Over to Kirk. Kirk tries to find Wood inside, but goes straight to the goalkeeper. Smith finds McLean. McLean up to Kirk. Kirk looks up. Her pass goes to the goalie. She'll bomb it to the other side of the field.
And then McLean. She tries to advance it.
McLean.
Wood. Oh. She boots it deep. Lebanon's goalkeeper. And is headed towards.
Here come the Eagles on the offensive side. Ball towards the middle. Goes just past Wood. Teetered now over to McLean. McLean over to Wood. Wood tries to make a move, but gets the ball stolen from her. Lozano looks up for Kirk. Defenders knock it away. Looks for middle, looks for Wood, but just goes right past her. And here comes subs in for the Eagles. Starters will come out for the Eagles. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball towards the middle. Eagles looking for an opportunity to score, but another save by the goalkeeper. Bishop has it, looks up. Eagles still just needing one more goal to end this game. Going towards the middle. Looks towards the middle, finds shot opportunity. Can't go. Goes out of bounds. Eagles on a break, looking for an opportunity to put this game away. Harris looks middle. Shot is hit out of bounds.
And Lebanon will be kicking again.
Postgate coming down over to Johnson. Johnson looks for the assist, but it goes just past her teammates.
Ooh, it goes out of bounds.
Ball's knocked loose. Fighting for it is the Eagles. Here comes Bishop. Ball's kicked and goes out of bounds. Postgate fighting for it. Ball's hit loose. Harris now has it over to Johnson. Johnson looking for the middle, towards the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Here comes a shot attempt. And he goes just over the goal.
The Eagles are yet to score this half, as they do just need one more point to win it, or to end it, as it will go to the mercy rule.
Bishop working in the middle. She goes for the shot attempt.
Goal!
Off the hands of the goalie. And Avery Bishop finishes this game, closes it out. The Eagles will win 8-0 over the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Great game played. Shaylee Frank led the way with 4 goals. That's a great game played by the Eagles. Bailey Snyder, shout out to her, goalie, did not touch the ball about 4 or 5 times.
0 goals let up.
Great job. Good game by the Eagles. They improved to 15-2. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night.